Who would consider themselves charming? Are you charming? Am I charming? That's this week on Think Tank Tuesday. Hi, I'm Paul Potratz, and welcome to this week's Think Tank Tuesday. So are you a salesperson? Are you dealing with customers? Are you dealing with people every day? Are you charming? Well, if you're in sales, you better be charming. So today what I'm really going to talk about is how do you increase sales as a salesperson? Number one thing is you got to be charming. And what does that mean to be charming? It doesn't mean to be a cheese ball. It doesn't mean that you make people uncomfortable, like, hey, baby, what's going on? Yeah, that's not charming. The way to be charming is to be interested in people. If you're interested, truly interested in people, you will be charming. Because sales is, I don't know what it is about sales and people that get into sales and they say, oh, he'll be a good salesperson. He can talk. Talking is not sales. So we're kind of going back to the charming. Being charming, being interested in an individual is what makes a good salesperson. In fact, I've got a friend and he's in radio, and I mean, to look at the guy, you would never think he was a sales guy. Maybe that's why he's so successful, because he really is charming. And I don't mean that he's like a good-looking guy. Sorry, if you know who I'm talking about. He is a good-looking guy, but he's just charming because he's got that personality. He's got a true interest to make sure that what he's doing for his clients, he's doing the right thing for his clients. This is the kind of guy that would give up a sale if it wasn't right for the individual. And that personality just comes right through. And I mean, yeah, he's got a dog to feed. He's got family to feed. But he's just got a great personality, a charming personality. So that's the number one thing that you've got to do. But I'm going to go through 4 things of what you have to increase your sales as a salesperson. So the first one, be charming. In other words, truly be interested in people. That's the first thing you want to do. Number 2, build your connections. Let me say that one more time. Build your connections. Start meeting people. And I don't mean just meet people on Facebook, but yeah, that's definitely one of them. Meet people on Facebook, connect with people on Facebook, start talking to people on Facebook, just going through the process of, add friend, and then bling, you get the little notice and it says, hey, you're spamming people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about build connections on Facebook. Start connecting, start talking to people, start talking about things, where they comment back to them. I mean, it's a social thing. Do it. What about connections, though, when you're out and about? When you sit down at dinner or you sit down at lunch, do you know the server, the waiter, the waitress's name? Do you ask their name? Do you talk to them as an individual? Or do you have some kind of pompous attitude and you give them a hard time because they brought you sweet tea instead of regular tea? I can't even talk. I'm getting so upset about it. So you get my point. Start building connections everywhere you go, whether it's social media or whether it's face-to-face. Build those connections. Those connections now, what you've got to do is you've got to use a CRM. Get them into a CRM. Get them into your black book. Get them to wherever it is and build the connections. Stay in contact with them. Don't feel like a weirdo just because you're going to call them every once in a while and you're going to go, hey, Joe, haven't talked to you in a while. Do you remember me? Yeah, I was the guy that came in through Sonic and got the cheddar peppers and talked to you, And so build those. You like cheddar peppers, Joe? Okay, good. Joe likes cheddar peppers. All right, good. So build the connections and keep up with these individuals and call them. You've got to start to establish the relationship. Are you ready to go number 3? Are you guys ready for number 3? Any idea what number 3 is? Okay, good. They don't know what number 3 is. So here it is. Number 3, build awareness. Anytime, let's say, for example, here at Potratz, because we've got our own website platform, we do digital marketing, we do TV production, we do radio production, we do everything. We're a one-stop shop agency, in case you didn't know. But, I'll get my guys to start saying, hey, we need some more leads for Exit Gadget, or we need some more leads for our website. So what do? I build awareness. I get onto Facebook, and I talk about the success of a client. Hey, here's a client. It's got our website, and the website's conversion is blank. So I'm just sharing what's going on. That's one of the ways you build awareness. So As a salesperson, build awareness. You're building the connections on Facebook. Get on Facebook and build awareness about who you are, what you're doing. I mean, take a picture of a car that you get on the lot that's a unique car. It could just be a low mileage car. It could be a high mileage car. I mean, yeah, maybe it's high mileage and you're thinking, that car's got 389,000 miles on it. I'm not going to sell it. Well, I'm sure somebody would want to buy it, but it just creates awareness. It creates conversation to let people know who you are and where you're at. I don't know how many times I've had people go, oh, how many times a day should I post on Facebook and what should I say? And I'm like, really? Just be social. Just get on Facebook and start talking about nothing, nonsense. I mean, of course, I don't want to know about you taking your dog for a walk. And I'm guilty of this, probably don't care what you're eating for dinner tonight unless it's something interesting. And yeah, I do that. By the way, I had rosemary and walnut chicken the other night. Did you guys see that? Okay, good. But anyway, back to the point. Let's move, so awareness. Now let's move over to number 4. Number 4, don't act like a salesperson. Don't be so driven to try to make that sale and you think you're being all sly and you think you're being all cool and everything. Don't act like a salesperson. Don't take pride in that, oh, I'm a salesperson. I can sell blank to whoever. It doesn't make a difference. So again, go back to the first one. Be charming. Have a person's interest at heart. That's what you need to focus on, and you will start selling more. I know you were thinking it was going to be a silver bullet. It was going to be something that's just going to be quick and easy, and hey, this is quick and easy. There's nothing, well, really, it's enjoyable is what it really is, if I really want to be honest. Meeting new people, staying in touch with those people, building your database, and having a true interest in individuals, and you will sell more as a salesperson. I guarantee it you will. Follow everything else, and you'll do great. That's this week's tip, and I'll see you next week. Hi, I'm Paul Potratz, and I want to invite you to come be part of my workshop at NADA. I'm going to talk about 13 never-before-shared CPO tactics to increase your sales. Boy, that's a mouthful for a title, but let me tell you, you want to come to the workshop because I'm going to show you exactly how to build a CPO strategy, and that will even work for your new cars and it'll work for your used cars because it's a scientific strategy. I like that word scientific, but trust me, it's a strategy that will work. I'm going to show you how to integrate digital and traditional and social media. A lot of people think social media won't sell. It's not a fact. Social media will help you sell more cars. So if you want to learn how to skyrocket your CPO sales, new car, used car, again, it's going to be focused on CPO, but it will work for any strategy. Again, I'll be at NADA. The dates, the times, and the room are on the screen, so put it on your agenda and plan on being there. And by the way, if you're interested in talking to us, because we're going to be doing some dinners and everything else with prospective clients, then guess what? The phone number and the email address is on the screen too. Send me a message and we'll talk about going to dinner and we'll talk about your dealership. We'll talk about the strategies that you feel like you're doing well on and strategies you're not doing so well on. So I encourage you, come see my workshop, send me an email, and let's go to dinner and talk about how I can be a great 2015. See you at NADA.